So in this video, we're going to be making a new circuit for the Arduino. So a basic blink. So I'm going to first change the name to Arduino blink. And we're going to start off, instead of just building our power supply, we can actually type in Arduino. And if I scroll down under starters, I have an Arduino with a breadboard. So I'm going to take and drag that out here. And as always, it's going to be a little bit wonky. So I'm going to now drag it so it's centered. I'm going to zoom in to have as much of this showing as possible. And I'm going to set up an LED. There's a couple ways to do this, but I'm going to use the breadboard. So I'm going to go just delete this section. And the very first thing should be the resistor and LED. So I'm going to throw a LED over here. I'm going to rotate him again so that he is, well, his short side is in the ground bus. And I'm going to throw an LED, a resistor, across the gutter. And I'm going to run a wire from there to the light. And I'm going to make that wire, let's make it purple. So it's really obvious there. Now I'm going to run a wire from my Arduino over. So I'm going to make this all fancy. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go. And I'm going to straighten this out. And I'm going to pick turquoise so it matches the Arduino. So I have the turquoise wire running from pin 13, which is going to run power out, over, through the resistor, across the gutter, into the purple wire, into the long side LED, into the short side LED. And all Arduinos, when you bring them in, have the blank sketch. So if we start simulation, we should see the LED turns on and off, on and off. I'm going to stop simulation. I'm going to open the code panel. And our default code panel is blocked, sort of like Scratch. I'm just going to move this over so you can see clearly what I'm doing. And we can change this to fractions. I'm going to do 0.1. I'm going to do 0.5. If I start simulation now, the light will go blink, 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 blink really fast. Now, that's cute, but let's move past Scratch, and we want to move into the C language. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop the simulation. If you're in simulation, you can't change anything. So I'll make sure it says start simulation up here. Go to blocks, and I'm going to go to pure text. I'm going to hit continue. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have 3 sections of code. I'm going to have or 2 sections rather. I'm going to have setup, which is going to run the first time the program runs, or as soon as the program runs, and then never again. So every time I start simulation, setup runs. And then after that, the loop is going to run over and over again. So if I start simulation, it's going to do just like it did before. But let's walk through this. Our first line in our setup says pinMode 13 is an output. And that's referring to this pin right here as 13 and says, hey, he's an output. We could also have an input. That would be a button or something like that. So this is an output. It's going to be doing something to output the LED. It could be a light LED, it could be a buzzer, it could be all sorts of different things. Then I have my loop, and that's going to say digitalWrite, which says send data to some pin, in this case 13, and set it high. And then we need to wait, and it's going to wait 100 milliseconds or 0.1 seconds. Then it's going to digitalWrite 13 low, so turn the light off, then wait 500 milliseconds. And I could change this now to 1500. Now hit play. Now it's going to be on for a long time, then off for a short time, on for a long time, off for a short time. Stop simulation. Now, if I move this pin from 13, on this line, I move this pin from 13 to say 9. Now, I'd have changed this 13 to 9, change this one to 9, change this one to 9. Now, that's fine for just 3 lines, but really, it'd be nice if I had to change it once. So I'm going to make a new variable. A variable is a sort of a box to hold data, and we have to label the box with different things. So if it's going to the kitchen, you label kitchen box. If you're moving, putting moving to the Bedroom, you write bedroom in the box. In this case, we're going to write int for integer or whole number. And we're going to call it ledPin. This is what's called camel case. It's lowercase for the first word, and then the first letter of the second word is capitalized, equals 9. And I want to end this line with a semicolon. I'm going to forget that a lot because in the other language I teach, Python, you don't have to do that. Now, I'm going to copy ledPin and replace all the 9s below it with ledPin. I can prove everything still works. But if I want to move this, say, from here all the way over to 3, whoop, just make it look pretty. All I've changed is this 1, 3 here, and everything's going to work perfectly fine.